Hello, my name is Salita Huerta, and let me ask you a question. How much do you really know about the town you were raised in? Do you know the historical value of your town? I'm from Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, which is established in 1824, and one of the great quotes that come to mind is Albert Einstein's, "If you would like to know the future, look at the past." Fort Gibson's history will show a rich past. Some of the things that happened in Fort Gibson that are notable is that it was used as a base camp in 1824 by Fort Smith soldiers. It was also used in the Indian removal at the Trail of Tears time from the 1830s to the 1850s. It was also used for military protections for these Native Americans and also any free African Americans looking for sanctuary. It was also used as a refugee camp for many other looking for shelter. Some of the historical sites that are still there today and being used is the old fort. This is actually a replica that was done in 1935, used for touring and reenactments. The commissary is also reused for our welcoming center. And the 1870s hospital is currently under renovation to be a gift shop, a small museum, and a community center. Some of the names that the fort has been known by throughout the years is that it was named after Colonel George Gibson, calling it the Containment Gibson or Fort Gibson in 1824. 1857, the militaries did abandon their posts and the property was given to Cherokee Nation, which voted to name it Katua after the principal people. And then Major General James G. Blunt used it as a post during the Civil War and was named Fort Blunt for a brief time in 1862 to 1865. 1904, the town was finally platted and known as the town of Fort Gibson. Some of the first came to Oklahoma going through Fort Gibson. It is the first telephone. It was founded by a group of Cherokee entrepreneurs. It connected town to town. Also, the steamboat was used first to land in Fort Gibson that was bringing some of the Native Americans in the Trail of Tears removal. And also the first school for the blind was established by Elora A. Rowland in 1897. The first highway, which is Highway 10, that leads to Fort Smith, was used. And some of the known celebrations that are still celebrated today. The old fort, however, it is not, but will be coming back soon. It is under renovation, so that's the reason it's not this year. The Sweet Corn Festival is held in June every year by local growers. And currently the Smoke in the Fort Barbecue and Chili Cook-Off is going on in October, bringing a lot of revenue to the town. One of the very most notable thing is the Trail of Honor of Flags. This is 600 flags that spanned along Highway 62 all the way down to National Cemetery. And there's 600 flags that represent the 25,000 veterans and families that are laid to rest there. This was established in 2011. The population increase has not been a big boom. It has been under the town limit. So 1900s, it started at 617. The most was in 2010 at 4,722. The education is top ranked by niche.com. It is number 9 for the Public School of Oklahoma, number 720 in America, and number 7 for the best teaching in Oklahoma, and of course number 1 in the Muskogee County. All in all, Fort Gibson has a rich history, rich past in family and in history. One day I hope to retire there and teach my children some of the significance, and hopefully some of the sites will still be remaining. Thank you for your time.